So if you guys are newer and don't really prospect for sale by owners, that's okay. I'm going to walk you through the whole process today. If you guys are not newer and you guys just want to get some ammunition, maybe hear how I handle some different scenarios, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to call this person, it's probably going to be one of those like, are you a realtor? I'm only working with buyer's agents, blah, 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 blah. Like this person's probably done it before. Oh, look, I'm getting a call back. Who is it? Which one was the one that I was calling? That's it. Just answer. Hello? Hello? Hi there. Yeah, I was probably calling about a home that you had for sale, but I might have clicked out of it. Do you have a property for sale by any chance?
Yes, I do. Are you a realtor?
I am a realtor. It sounds like you've gotten a ton of calls. I just had one. Yeah, I have one question for you, ma'am.
Yes.
That home that whatever home it was, it's for sale, right?
Yes, it is.
You're looking for a buyer?
Yes, I'm looking for a buyer.
Okay. I guess just from a place of grace and love, I've been doing this for 5 years, and a lot of the for sale by owners that I've worked with, they haven't worked directly with a realtor, but the realtor that they've talked to has actually been able to bring a great buyer and gotten them a great result. So I guess just a word of advice, again, from a place of love. Some realtors actually know what they're doing and have a lot of great buyers, and they like dealing directly with the seller. So maybe try to handle these calls a little bit differently, and maybe you can get a really good connection. That'd be just my advice.
Yes. Well, I talked to many and many of them already.
I understand, ma'am, and it's your home, and I respect it, and I guess the main goal for you is selling it for the most amount at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, and I've talked to many. I've heard many realtors what they have to offer, and they all have same thing to offer. You know.
I hear you. I hear you. Listen, ma'am, I don't know if I can help at all. Again, I was probably just calling because it looked like a beautiful home, and I just wanted some more details. Are you selling that property right now, or what does that look like for you? If I did bring you a buyer, are you even open-minded to looking at the offer if it made sense for you, at least numerically?
Yeah, but the problem is I'm not listing it with anybody.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Listen, and that's maybe our fault, and I'll take blame for the industry. Maybe we just come across as very intense and aggressive. But at the end of the day, you're never going to work with a realtor unless they bring you an offer from a buyer that's strong enough for you to take it. And maybe sometimes we sound like we just want the listing, but in my case, I'm just looking to see if I can help you connect with the right buyer, right? Do you mind sharing that address with me again? Because like I said, I clicked out of it. I would love to see the property again to see if I can help in any way.
Okay, what information do you need?
Just the address, because I'm here on Zillow and I'm making some phone calls, but again, I clicked out of it.
The address is 3801.
Okay.
Southwest. Okay, where's your office?
That's okay. So I'm in Cutler Bay. Okay. I'm with eXp Realty, and I'm a realtor, and what I do is I help for sale by owners like yourself get in front of the right buyers. And that doesn't mean necessarily listing the property, ma'am. It just means exposing your home via marketing to the right buyers. Because at the end of the day, I know how this game goes. You don't want to pay a commission. You just want to deal with no headaches and make the most amount of money, right?
Yeah, because what everybody offers me, they want to. I tell the realtor, bring me a buyer, and if that person buys my house,
right?
Yeah, I can work with a commission for you. Yeah, why not?
Right.
I mean, I'm not giving them 3 or 4%. Don't get me wrong.
That's okay. I respect that.
So if I list a house with you, and then you're not the one selling it, and another realtor sells it, then that's double the commission, and that's what I don't want. Double the commission.
I respect that. All right.
I could probably. Yeah, I could probably no. I don't expect for you to bring it for free, but then that's only going to involve you, not another filter too.
I understand. No, I understand. I guess, the reason why I make these calls is because obviously the number one priority for you, from what you're telling me, and I could be wrong, is making the most amount of money and obviously paying as little commission as possible. And there's a very, I sell homes every single day. I also have a team of realtors around the country, and I'm very, I know you don't know me, but I'm very tapped into the market. There's a very specific way to market properties, because at the end of the day, the more buyers that see your home, the more buyers that actually walk through the property, the more offers you're going to get, which is giving you a better opportunity to leave with more money. So that's all that I do. I'm very flexible in the way that I work with homeowners like yourself. You're the owner, you're the decider, you're the one in control. I'm just trying to see if what I've done for other homeowners can obviously help you bring the result that you're looking for. And again, I'm
Right.
flexible to do it in a way that makes sense for you. The only issue that I have with homeowners sometimes is that they're not even open to hearing a conversation. Because again, this is my job. It's what I do for a living. I believe I'm very good at it. And there's a very specific way to bring the result that you're looking for. And if we can't have a conversation about your product, which is your home, it's difficult for me to do that, you know? So I don't know if you're open to a conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So yeah, if you're open to it, I mean, I'm not even looking at the property right now. You said it was 3801 Southwest what? 137th Avenue. Let me pull it up here real quick and see what it was that I was looking at. Okay, the one in Miramar. Okay, beautiful.
You were looking at Zillow.
Yeah, I am looking at it in Zillow right now. I just pulled it up. The one on Miramar.
You showed Zillow.
Right now it's showing 1.450. 1.45. Is that what you're looking for?
Let me ask you something. That's it. Let me tell you something. That's incorrect. My daughter's listed it for me, and the damn information is still not correct in Zillow.
What are you listing it for?
Do you show in Zillow?
Right now it's showing 1,436 square foot.
Completely wrong.
Okay.
So therefore, that's not the price is not helping me.
Right.
Because only realtors are calling me, but nobody. So I don't know. I was thinking.
Your name is right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was thinking. My daughter keeps trying to. Okay, they tell her she tries to update it. Obviously, she's doing something wrong. But they tell me it takes 72 hours. Well, guess what? I've waited a week and it's still not updated, so it's not 72 hours. So she must be doing something wrong. Before I list it with I'm not listing it with no realtor. Okay, I'm not ready.
She's about to crack.
Okay, those are not my clients. Because if I list it with a realtor,
This would be the biggest headache of a client ever. Uh-huh. She's talking herself into the sale right now.
Takes good pictures and that is good at advertising on these social media websites. I was going to try that to see if I have better luck, because my daughter is not doing nothing for me. She obviously she's doing something wrong and it's not working out. So but anyway, go, you know what? I'm gonna give you the information. You take it. If you think you have a buyer for my house, bring them, show them my house, and then we can work a commission. You know.
Okay. Are you living in that home or is there a tenant there? Okay. Here's the, because I don't want to overpromise you something. Again, I haven't really looked at the property in detail. I just called you to see if you're even open-minded and what you're looking to do. The only thing I'd really propose now is if you're open to showing me the property so I can really get a good look at the home, and then I'll tell you exactly what I think I could do to help you in a way that makes sense for you, you know?
Show the house to several of them, but I cannot show the house to every realtor in Miami, because believe me, I've been called. Every realtor in Miami has called me.
So if I was a realtor in Tampa, would you show it to me? If I was a realtor in Tampa, would you show it to me, since I'm not technically a realtor in Miami? I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Listen, I know you're frustrated. I know you're frustrated, Maria, but let me ask you this. By when did you want to have this home sold?
As soon as possible.
Okay. Are you guys moving out of Miami?
To Central Florida, where
Okay.
my kids live.
Okay. Again, look, I'm not asking you for a commitment, but right now you just kind of told me yourself that the way that property is even listed on Zillow is not accurate. At the very minimum, I would like to give you some insight, and that's honestly what I do. I give homeowners insight as to how to better position their property and market it. That's what it comes down to. Again, I'm involved with many people that sell homes across the country every single day. I have a little bit of knowledge on this, and all I'd like to do is pass that knowledge to you, give you my opinion as a professional. And then if you feel like there's any kind of way that I can help you, whether it be marketing the property, advertising it, at the end of the day, my goal is your goal. We're a team. It's for me to bring you a buyer that has an offer that makes sense for you. And again, you're the homeowner. You're the one that's going to decide. By having me over, you're not committing to anything but more information, which is going to help you grow. And I don't know if you can tell, but the way that I talk to you is not the way that other realtors talk to you. I'm much more educated. I have much more experience than most of the realtors calling you. I don't know if you could agree with that.
A lot of them seem like they have a lot of experience, and they tell me they tell me a lot of nice things.
Well, I'm also not here to lie to you because I could easily tell you, Maria, you can get 1.4 for it. I'll sell it for you for 1%. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
Again, I serve this community. I do a lot of business in Broward and in Miami-Dade County. All I'd want to give you is my professional opinion, and then what's that?
You have to come and see the house.
Well, here's the thing. Would you believe me if I went on the internet, looked at pictures of your property and told you what your house is worth? When you've been living there for almost 20 years, someone that looked at the property from pictures and they told you what it's worth, would you believe them?
No.
Yeah, so that doesn't work like that. Your property is a home, and more importantly, there's features on that property. Here's the thing. I'll share one thought with you that's helped me sell homes for more than any other realtor. When you're buying a residential property like yourself, like the one that you own, it's not just about numbers, it's about feelings and emotions. More than likely, a family is going to come in and buy this home, and there are things about that property that has kept you there for the last 20 years. If I can't understand what those things are, I can't help another buyer understand them. It's taking you 20 years to want to leave this property, which means there's a lot of good features about that home, right?
Yes.
If I didn't step foot in the home and get a feeling for that and hear it from you and have a cup of coffee with you and hear about your stories in that property, how am I supposed to help you move that product for the most amount of money?
Right. I understand. Yeah. Okay. So you want to come and see my house? Bottom line.
If you're open to it, you're the homeowner. I don't want to pressure you, but I do think
Your office is in Butler Bay. You're not even, because that's another thing. I've been trying to deal with realtors here in Broward, closer to me.
the way that
But
I sell a home in, por ejemplo,
with the area, people that live in here in Pembroke Pines, not people not necessarily in here in this community.
I hear you.
Everybody lives. This is like a secluded area, like horse country.
Right. I hear you. Right. The way that I sell a home, and I don't know if this makes sense, but the way that I sell a home in Miami or the way that I'll sell a home for one of my students in Texas, it's the same exact way. We look at the property, we understand the product, and we do market research. It comes down to marketing and sales. I know that might be very difficult to believe, but I could outsell a realtor that's lived, I could outsell your neighbor that's a realtor if I have more of an understanding when it comes to marketing and sales. And again, that's a lot of information because you're not asking for 200,000. You're asking for over $1 million, and any small mistake could cost you a lot of money on this property. So again, all I do, if you're open to inviting me over for 20, 30 minutes, take a look at the home, get a better understanding of the product, and just share some information of what I've done in the past. And if you feel like that can help, we can talk more details at that point. But again, you're the homeowner and you're the one that's going to decide.
I'll show you my property. You show me your services, but I'm
That
not making no commitments with you.
That's okay. You would never commit to anything that you don't feel comfortable with, so we'll take it one step at a time. To be honest, I don't mean it in any disrespect. I'm very specific with the clients that I take on, so I would want it to make sense for myself as well if we ever got that far. But the first step that we have to take now is just show me the property and I'll give you my professional opinion and we'll go from there. Are you available maybe tomorrow in the afternoon?
Tuesday?
Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'd want a little bit of time to do some research before on the internet and then maybe tomorrow in the afternoon.
You gonna be in the area? Is that why you say tomorrow? Or
No, I'm asking you what's more comfortable for you. I'm willing to play with your schedule.
retired?
Okay.
Is good for me.
Okay. How about we do, so I can avoid some traffic, maybe we can do 3:30 tomorrow?
Yes, that's why. Yeah, because if you're coming from Cutler Bay all the way to Broward just to see my house, and you got to go back to Cutler Bay.
Well, this is my job. It's okay. I enjoy doing this, whether me and you do a deal or not. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy meeting people like yourself and helping in any way that I can.
So for you, because who knows, we might not do business.
That's
so.
okay. I don't. I know most realtors are very attached to doing business, but at the end of the day, I like meeting people. I like showing people my knowledge, and if it comes down to us working together, great. And if not, at least I gave you some information, and I believe the world will return that favor for me.
Oh yeah, let me tell you. I want to tell you something. I have gotten a lot of tips. If that's one thing that I've gotten for the other realtors that I've met here in this house, Yes, I've gotten a lot of tips.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be honest with you. I can't tell you a lot of tips, a lot of things that I was doing wrong before.
Right.
Okay, just okay.
That's okay. We'll talk about everything. Does 3:30 tomorrow work?
3:30 sounds fine, but
Okay.
you have to remind me because
I'll do this. Can you send me your email? Can you send me your email via text message, and I'll just send you a calendar invite? Okay. How about I do this? I'll text you now my name and the date for tomorrow, and then tomorrow in the morning I'll give you a quick call and I'll remind you.
good idea.
So save my number, okay? My name's Alexis.
Then
I'll send you all the details, okay? Okay, perfect. Thank you for the conversation, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, beautiful. All right, see you tomorrow. That lady was gonna hang up on me in the first 5 seconds. Ask the right questions and you let them feel comfortable. You say something that gets them in the curiosity loop and you let them fucking talk. She was selling herself. That lady is a very difficult client, okay? If I were like really trying to take a listing, I'd have to really, really like roll my sleeves up because I'd have to eat like an earful of her for 2 hours for me to get that listing. But it's a good price point, you know? Yeah, good morning. I clicked on a home here on Franjo Road in Cutler Bay.
Yes.
Is this by any chance? Yeah. Is that property still available, or did you guys already happen to find a buyer for it?
It's available.
I'm sorry, you said it's still available?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm not sure if you are open to it, but I guess I was just curious if I did connect you with a client that had an offer that made sense. If you guys are open-minded to the idea of collaborating with an agent, obviously as long as the numbers still made sense for you folks.
I am offering 2% commission for the realtor that brings the buyer.
Okay, you said you're offering 2% to the realtor that brings the buyer?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at the pictures just so I understand better. Is that property occupied by a tenant, or it looks pretty empty? It's ready to go?
Well, the way that you see the pictures is the way that the house is.
Okay. Okay, great. So obviously when an offer comes through, as long as the numbers make sense, you guys are ready to potentially look at a contract, right? Okay. If you don't mind me asking, I'm sure you've gotten a ton of calls from agents. Is the principal reason why you guys are listing it on your own the commissions, or is there something else that would prevent you guys from working directly with a realtor on this house as long as it meant getting you more money? Mm-hmm.
I told you, if the realtor brings a buyer, I don't mind to work with the realtor. That's the only case. Okay.
Okay. And I'm assuming, obviously, and sorry for all the questions. I'm just trying to understand. Obviously, I do work the Cutler Bay area a lot, and it is a nice property. Your main objective here in doing it this way is to make the most amount of money, or it's just necessarily to just have control and do it on your own?
I'm in the middle of something right now.
I hear you, I hear you. ¿Hablas español, man?
Sí.
Lo que te estoy preguntando, o sea, porque muchas propiedades...
Sí, perfectamente, pero
Sí.
es que no tengo deseo de responder esa pregunta.
Te entiendo, pero te han llamado mucha gente.
Sí.
Ya. Y la última pregunta que te quiero hacer, Manuel, ¿usted ha hecho esto antes así for sale by owner o es la primera vez que lo hace por su cuenta?
Todo el tiempo.
Ah, ya. ¿Y te funciona bien? Ya. No, porque realmente, o sea, como usted sabe, si lo ha hecho antes, la gente que te están llamando son los realtors y en este mercado, o sea, poner la...
Sí, los primeros días siempre llaman los realtors.
Y después llaman los inversionistas. O sea, no sé si nunca los he intentado, pero de la manera que trabajo yo con los dueños como usted, no es necesariamente con un contrato fijo, pero es como ayudarle otra avenida de marketing, porque realmente estás pidiendo un buen dinero por la propiedad y es una buena propiedad. Pero lo que te van a llamar son realtors o inversionistas que solamente quieren regatear la propiedad. ¿Me entiendes?
Personas interesadas, inclusive
Ya te entiendo.
están trabajando en una oferta.
O sea, si pasan un par de semanas y no tienes la oferta que estás buscando, ¿estás dispuesto a por lo menos tener una conversación o estás completamente cerrado?
No, ahora mismo no.
Ok.
Vamos a ver cuando pasen esa semana.
Bueno, yo te voy a mandar mi contacto. Yo me llamo Alexis. Cualquier cosa, si tengo un comprador, te puedo llamar a este número.
Sí, mándame la información, Alex. No hay problema.
Dale, listo, Manuel. Muchas gracias. Bueno, bye. Ciao. Sorry, guys. I switched up to Spanish here because I felt like he was very, very, very dry in English. And I knew he was a Spanish speaker. So I was like, let me talk to him in Spanish. I feel like, I don't know why, like Spanish is like a very pretty language. And when you speak Spanish to a Hispanic, there's like more rapport being built. I don't know, like let's say you call a French person in the United States and then you start speaking French, they're gonna be a little bit more open to you because they're like, oh shit, this guy speaks my language, you know? So I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's like this house right here. This is a lakefront house. I like calling nice properties. Like when I was doing this whole for sale by owner thing, I like pick the houses that I call. I wasn't just calling random homes. So this one says owner agent. I don't really prioritize owner agents. All right, let's call this one here. I want to get some good conversations here for you guys.
Hello?
Hey,
Yes.
yeah, Rachel, how are you? This is actually Alexis. I just came across a home you have on 81st Avenue on Zillow.
Yes.
I'm just curious, is that property still for sale, or did you guys already happen to find someone to work with?
So,
Okay, I do see you guys are for sale by owner. I'm sure you guys have gotten a ton of calls over the last few days from realtors. I guess my only question is obviously, I'm assuming you guys are trying to net the most amount of money from it. If I did connect you guys with a client, obviously, if the offer made sense, is that something you guys are closed-minded to at this point?
No, we're open to buyer agents. We're just not working with the seller's agent.
Okay, you're open to the buyer's agent as long as obviously the buyer has an offer that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at the inside of the home. So obviously the last thing I want to do is, waste your time. What would that look like for you guys timeline wise if I did connect you with someone that was, intriguing to you guys? Are you guys living there? Is there a tenant there? What was the ideal timeline for you guys?
We are living there. The pictures are obviously with all of our furniture, but we have been actively moving out of the property. So we already have a place to go. So timeline, if let's say today we got the offer, we'd probably need 45 days.
Okay.
But if it was, a couple weeks from now, we'd probably need just 30 days.
Okay, cool. And this might be a little bit of a weird question. You guys haven't thought about just renting this one out? I mean, I'm looking at the rent estimate. It looks pretty decent. You guys haven't thought about that, or you guys are committed to selling it?
We are leaving the area.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
not really interested in having a rental property when we live very far away. So
I got it. I got it. That's respectable. Okay, Rachel, and I guess, if you don't mind me asking directly, the reason why you guys want to do it just with the buyer's agent is just mainly because of the commission, or have you guys had a bad experience in the past with an agent? I don't know if you mind me asking that. I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
do it,
Mm-hmm.
we do have an agent in mind if we decide to go with an agent.
Got it.
Yeah, just trying to test the waters at the beginning just to see what we can get.
That makes sense. And that 1.4 price point, is that flexible, or are you guys pretty firm on that?
It's negotiable if the offer makes sense.
Okay. And I'm assuming, obviously, so if there was a way with another agent. I know that you have your dad is a retired broker. I'm sure he gave you great advice. But I guess what it comes down to, and I'm sure you could agree, is the marketing. It's a beautiful home in Palmetto Bay, and you guys are asking a pretty penny for it, which I think it might be worth it. But obviously, the strong buyer might not even come from Palmetto Bay or Florida. And I'm sure you guys have noticed that from the marketing efforts that Zillow offers, it's mainly just realtors that you guys have been getting on the phone, right? And maybe some buyers.
Yeah, a few buyers, but mostly realtors.
Okay. Just to give you some context, and again, I know we don't know each other. What I do primarily is just work with, homeowners like yourself that are trying to do it on their own, and just extend to them different opportunities for marketing when it comes to actually getting the home in front of buyers that, again, might not even be in the state, might be out of the country or out of the state, maybe California, Texas, New York, people that are looking to move to Florida, and actually get the property exposed in front of them. I know at the end of the day, you want to skip on commissions as much as possible, but I think what you guys are looking for is the highest net number, right?
Yep.
Okay. Are you guys closed-minded to conversations and different avenues to weigh out your options if it doesn't sell on your own, or you guys say you guys are closed-minded to any other opportunity that can get you guys the result you're looking for?
Like I said, we already have an agent that we know and trust that we're willing to work with. So if we're not getting the traction that we want in the next couple of weeks, then we would just go ahead and list.
Okay, I got it. I guess a question, and I'll leave you with this. I know I'm taking a lot of your time up here. I guess a question more so was, since you guys I'm assuming are prioritizing the financial result, if you guys did happen to, I don't know, stumble across another agent and you saw what they actually did to, sell properties, and you felt like they actually did a much better job than that other agent could do, you would still work with the other agent because of the trust, or you would consider the other options if it made sense financially for you guys?
We would stick with our agent.
Okay, that makes sense. So here's what I'd like to do. You said you're open to a buyer's agent for now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I send you my contact information? If I find anybody that's interested, I guess I can give you a call back at this number. Is that fair?
Yep, sure, that's fine.
Okay, that sounds good. Like I said, my name's Alexis. I appreciate the conversation. Thank you for answering all the questions, and we'll talk soon, hopefully, okay?
Okay, sounds
You
good.
got it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was a decent one, but she didn't want to bite. I don't want to burn the bridge in front of you guys. I'm trying to make sure it's not an owner agent, right? I'm trying to look at, so when I'm on Zillow, I'm looking at the asking value, right? I'm looking at, if there's estimates here, it's not available. I'll go over here and look at prop stream and see more or less, like obviously over the top, see what it's worth. For example, here's estimated value is 1 million, and over here they're asking 1.7. So like that in my mind already is like, okay, obviously this property looks completely remodeled, but like I kind of want to have that in the back of my mind. If I do get an appointment here, price might be an issue. But obviously they went crazy with like tiles and all this kind of jazz, which might not hold up to an appraiser, might not hold up to a buyer. So we got to kind of do some research. Another thing that I like to look at is length of ownership. Maybe they bought it, fix it, and now they can't afford the mortgage or something, right? It's a very short turnaround. 2 years is a very short turnaround. I'm looking at the description to kind of get an idea. You'll notice, man, like when you get more experience, like you'll know when it's a for sale by owner for the first time or a for sale by owner that's experienced by the way they write out their listing description.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Is this by chance?
Yes, this thing.
How are you? This is actually Alexis. I think I just clicked on the home you have for sale on 191st Terrace. Is that home still available by chance, or did you guys already happen to find a buyer for it?
No, it's still for sale.
It's still for sale? Okay, great. I do see you guys are for sale by owner. I'll be very, very transparent with you. I'm an agent. I'll keep it as brief as I can. I guess I was just curious if you guys are open to the idea of collaborating with an agent that brought a buyer, as long as the offer made sense financially for you folks.
Yes, we are.
You guys are open-minded?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm looking through the pictures here and trying to obviously assume the best I can, but I think you know better than I do. Is that property tenant occupied, or are you guys still working your way out of there?
No, we live here.
Okay, you guys live there? Okay, just out of curiosity, 'cause obviously if I did bring you a buyer, price is one of the important factors. The other important factor is the timeline for you. What does that look like if I did connect you with obviously a right buyer, as far as moving out of that property? What would the ideal situation be like for you guys?
Flexible.
You guys are flexible? Okay. Again, I know I'm a random realtor calling you and probably not the first one you've spoken to. When you say a little flexible, like ideally, what would you guys want? Would you guys rather sell it now, or maybe you guys are okay with waiting till the end of next year, till the beginning of next year? What does that look like if you?
We'll sell it now. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
like
right.
property.
Okay.
Pretty much downsizing because our kids moved and we have this big house and it's just my husband and I.
I hear you.
there's no need for such a big house. So we're not in a rush to move. But if we sell it, for what we're looking to sell it for, now we can also, we have somewhere to go.
Okay.
We're good. So, I mean, typically a closing, the whole process takes about 45 days. So that's fine with us too.
Okay. And I mean, obviously, I don't think I have to mention this, but I'm assuming you guys, if you can sell it on your own, you're obviously going to stick to that. If things don't start moving the way you guys want it to move, I don't know, in the next few weeks, are you guys completely closed-minded to the idea of partnering with an agent? And that doesn't necessarily mean signing a contract or any of the old traditional ways. I think it comes down to getting this home in front of the right buyers. I know this is a great neighborhood in Pembroke Pines. Is that a conversation you guys are completely against if it meant getting it sold and getting you guys the right amount of money?
Not yet. Like we're not there yet.
That's
like
fair.
I said, since we're not really in a rush, we're gonna give it some time. I mean, right now we just kind of listed it by owner, and we haven't had any open houses. But I'm planning to do an open house probably in 2 weeks, and then we'll see where that
That's fair.
goes from there.
Okay. Just to give you context, I do a lot of work in the Broward and Miami-Dade market. And again, I know you're not looking for an agent, but I did kind of pick up that you guys are downsizing. Do you guys have an idea of where you guys are going to? Is that going to be in Miami? Is that going to be out of state?
We're either Tallahassee or Ocala.
Okay. And I'm assuming you guys are obviously trying to find a good deal there, right? You're trying to sell this home for the most amount you can and buy into a good deal on that side as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. The main reason why you guys are, you know, obviously giving it a shot for sale by owner is the financials, or just the idea of a realtor kind of scares you guys?
No, the financials, like I'm not like there's a limited amount, to what I would pay, as far as percentages
I
for
hear
a
you.
realtor. So if we sell it for sale by owner, it'll keep those numbers down.
I hear you. And I know that my perspective might not hold any value, but at the end of the day, you know, I've worked with for sale by owners for the last 5 years. And I think what it comes down to, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, is the amount of money that goes in your pocket net. And in your situation, there's two opportunities. So opportunity number one is selling this home for the most amount of money. And opportunity number two is when you move to Ocala or Tallahassee, you know, it could be a new construction, it could be a resale. I don't know what you guys are looking for, but that's another great opportunity. That if you had the right representation, the right negotiation, you can buy into another great deal there. Because again, whether it's 1%, 2%, 5%, or 6%, you guys are looking for more net money, right? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I know that right now you're not in a rush. I don't know if you see any complete downside to me just stopping by the property. If it means, you know, let's say I sit down with you guys and I show you guys what I've done in the past, and you're like, look, we're not ready, go find me a buyer. If it means me helping you maybe host the open house with no strings attached, or bringing you that buyer in the meantime, I don't have an issue with that. I'm just very familiar with the homes that you have here in Pembroke Pines, and I'm very confident that there's a different way to get more buyers calling you than just realtors. So I don't know if you'd be completely like, no, get out of my house if I, you know, offered to come over for maybe 20 minutes, just take a look at it, and offer an opinion, knowing that we're not going to do anything right now. Completely respect that and understand that. I don't know how you feel about that. And also showing you guys, because obviously I don't have an understanding of what you're doing in Ocala or Tallahassee. But I'm assuming you guys want to buy into a property you're comfortable with, and a payment that you're also okay with, right? Is that like a horrible idea to you right now? I guess inviting me over for 20 minutes and just hearing what I have to say. Again, I know you've spoken to a lot of realtors, and I'm telling you this in a sea of other agents. But I've worked. Not only do I run a team nationwide, but I've worked specifically with homeowners like yourself, and I have very different creative ways of working with you guys. Because again, it comes down to the marketing of the property, making sure you're getting the right phone calls, getting the right amount, getting the right offer, getting the right terms. This is I think the build is, 1995. So obviously inspections come into play, appraisals come into play, and there's many different ways to maneuver that. And if it's not something you guys do every day, like, you know, sell a house and maneuver that, there could be different ways where we can obviously save money for you guys. That doesn't mean necessarily skipping the commission. So I don't know if you're open to a conversation again at this point, and just that, a conversation.
Give me a few weeks, and give me a call back, and then we'll go from there. For now, I'm not gonna, do that, but it would definitely be something I would consider. I just want to give it a chance.
Of course.
Give it a few more weeks. I want to do the open house and see how that goes, and
That's fair.
then we'll go from there. So if you could reach out, like I'm planning the open house most likely not this weekend, but the following.
Okay. Would you be completely mad at me if I stopped by and you know, visited you at the open house and just, you know, shook hands and kind of give you my card and stuff like that?
No. You could do that. Send me a text, I guess, with your information
Yeah, for sure.
so that I can make sure. I'm going to try and advertise it as much as possible, so I'm sure you'll see it out there.
I was going to ask you, what's the plan for that? Are you guys going to do signage? Are you guys going to do, put it on the open house websites? What is your plan? Okay.
I guess attach it as part of the listings that I do have.
Yeah, if you're not against it, I've done it for many for sale by owners where obviously you don't have to sign a contract with me. It benefits me as well. Like if a buyer comes in and they're, you know, looking for a home, they don't necessarily want to buy your home, that could benefit me as well. But I could put together a very professional open house for you guys where you could actually get a lot more buyers, and we can use the right avenues of marketing for that. Again, that has no strings attached. That's just me also benefiting myself by bringing in more buyers and using your product as leverage. I don't know if that's something that you're open to, but obviously you've been on the market for 45 days, and obviously we're coming to a point in the year where things start to get a bit slower. So marketing is very, very important. But again, just presenting options. I do think there's an opportunity for you to maximize the sale here, and it's up to you. I'm just presenting different options for you.
Send me a message and I'll get to you.
Okay, let's do this. I'll send you my contact. If you can send me your email, I'll send you some more information about myself, and maybe I'll do a little recap video of what it is that I do differently to market this home. I'll send you that little recording, and then you can take a look at it. And if you're okay with it, if I, I'll put this property in my pipeline. If I see any activity, like any other homes going for sale or going under contract that could affect the value of your home, if that's okay with you, I can reach back out and just give you that information. That's fair? Okay. Thank you for the conversation. We'll talk soon. Bye. All right, that was another good one. Hello?
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
hey, it's actually Alexis. I clicked on the home that you have on Sterling Ranch. That's not available, is it? Or is it still open for offers?
You said the 5669 you're talking about?
5669 South Sterling Ranch. Yep.
Yes,
It's still available?
yes.
Okay, I guess I was just curious, and just to be transparent with you, I am an agent. I know you've probably gotten a ton of calls. If I did bring you a client, from an outside offer that had numbers that made sense, is that an idea you guys are closed off to, or would you be open as long as the numbers made sense to you?
It's fine. The 3% if you bring a buyer.
Okay.
I just don't want to list it. I don't want any list with any agent or anything like that.
That's fair. I'll respect that. I also noticed that you did have it listed at some point in time, so I'm assuming maybe you didn't have a good experience.
The house before.
Oh, got it. Got it. Oh, okay. So these are the pictures when you bought it, right?
The pictures now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, look, I don't want to waste your time. I have no idea if I can actually bring you something that, obviously I work with buyers in this area, but I don't know if I can bring you something that you're looking for. When it comes to timeline, obviously I'm assuming you want to sell it as close to 2.75 as possible. When it comes to the
Yes.
timeline, what are you looking for ideally? You want to get this wrapped up before the end of the year, or you're really not in a rush and okay with? Okay, that's fair.
But if I sell it, I have another property that I can move in. And if not, I would just wait to the right buyer.
Okay, I respect that. And I guess you told me earlier you obviously don't want to list with an agent. Is that because of the commissions? I don't think so, because you're open to it. It's just more so like having to control yourself and not really dealing with a realtor.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So if I brought you a buyer, I mean, let's say I did bring you somebody, call you, we do a showing. Is there any, would you be open to the idea of showing me the property before?
And I need the information of the buyer. We can sign a contract saying that I'll pay the 3%. I just don't want to open the house for anyone
I hear you.
to like speculations and come see. And I want to make sure, because they have other homes here for sale.
Mm-hmm.
They have one across the street for 2.6. They have one that is not like us. It's 2 point whatever. But I just like the person to understand, like, this is the home, the model home. This house was upgraded from the beginning. So all the homes were sold for $1 million. This one is starting 1.4. So we are the most high end and special house in the whole community.
Okay.
We have a beautiful black infinity pool, and then the position of the house is like amazing. Is center is right in front of the water, and then the front of the house is like facing the guitar, and that's a lot of special things about this house.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm looking at the pictures, and obviously that's one thing, but I'm sure that if I were ever to get the opportunity to go inside, I could appreciate the beauty of the property. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously try to bring you someone here in the way that you're trying to do it. I definitely want to respect that. Just so I know in the back of my mind, obviously I would love the opportunity at some point in the future, if we can't do it, for sale by owner way, to have a conversation about how I can help you get it sold the right way, in a way that's comfortable for you. Do you ever see that being a possibility? Like, let's say 3 or 4 months go by. And again, I'm not asking for your commitment or anything like that, just an opportunity.
And she's an agent. If I have to list with somebody, of course I'm going to give her the opportunity.
Okay. And that's because you feel like, comfortable, or because you think that she'd have the ability to sell it for the most?
The thing to do.
Okay.
I think friends.
That's fair. I respect that. I definitely respect that. I guess the last question I'll ask you, I mean, obviously we're not talking about a $200,000 home. It's a significant price point, and I'm assuming you want to protect your investment. I guess if you did come across an agent that proved to you that they can sell it for significantly more than your friend, you would still obviously remain loyal to your friend, or do you think you'd consider if it meant a lot more money? working with another agent. Because at the end of the day, there's some agents that have really strong connections, really strong marketing abilities. If I'm being really honest with you, the buyer that's going to buy this home for the most amount is likely not in Broward. They're probably out of the state or out of the country. And marketing to those buyers is not something that any realtor knows how to do. I don't know if your best friend's equipped to do that, but again, if it meant another $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in your pocket, are you open-minded to working, maybe even together with your best friend, co-listing with your best friend? Is that an idea that you're even open to, I guess is my question.
Maybe, yes.
Okay. Well, let's start with this. I know you don't know me, and obviously you have no idea what I've done in the past. Let me see if I can tap into my network and find anybody that might be interested in looking at this home in person. That's actually qualified. If it's okay with you, I'd like to stay in touch over the next few days. And we'll go from there. If for whatever reason over the next few weeks or months you're not able to get it sold in the way that you want to, again, all I'd really ask for, I don't want to cut your friend out, but this is a very beautiful home at almost 3 million, and I would love for you to hear what I have to offer.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that is fair.
Okay, I'll send you my contact. We'll stay in touch. My name's Alexis with EXP. I really, really appreciate you taking time to talk to me. Okay.
All right.
Okay, you
Thank
got it. Bye-bye. We'll talk soon. Bye. Okay, she said, okay, honey. All right, honey. I got the honey. It's another solid contact, guys. If you guys have any questions, any things you guys want me to go over of these calls that I made today, there's many different ways to tackle these calls other than just a script that we got, right? That's what I wanted to show you guys today. All right, boys, girls, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to rip up some people in paddle and then get back to work.